Get ready to tip the scales, the produce scales. There's a crazy new diet making the rounds, the banana diet.
The ultimate cleanse ever is a bananas only diet.
We decided to go totally bananas.
Go. 11.88 seconds.
This is the best cleanse anywhere in the world that you're gonna find.
Bananas, 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 bananas.
The banana diet involves eating bunches and bunches of bananas. Try 30 in a single day.
Can't I get potassium poisoning or something from that?
This is bananas.
What's up, everyone? It's been so freaking long since I last seen you. Today's video is sort of a rant slash story time slash PSA. And I've been afraid to make this video because honestly, I was scared that Freely the Banana Girl was gonna come and attack me. Like, legit. I used to look up to Freely the Banana Girl so much. She was like the vegan older sister role model for me, and she's the main reason why I went vegan. So she plays a huge role in those few and a half years that I was vegan, or I should say plant-based. To be considered vegan, you have to be vegan for forever, which I thought I was gonna be. When I was vegan, I thought I was gonna be vegan for the rest of my life. I never really talked about how passionate I was about being vegan. I never talked about why I was vegan. People ask me, why am I vegan? And honestly, why not? As a lot of you may know, I made a lot of videos on Krist soup with vegan taste test content. Pretty much 99% of my videos, I am making vegan food, plant-based food. No animal protein, no dairy, no fish, eggs, none of that. I even made a freaking vegan egg, okay? That was my hardcore dedication. This video isn't even about that. This video isn't even about my entire vegan experience, because that is a separate video. This video is mainly to talk about the bananas. I am going to be eating 10 bananas today, and to normal people this might sound bananas, but in the vegan world, especially at this certain phase, there was a banana craze.
Of course we have bananas, why not be bananas?
And this was so normal. It was so normal for people to be downing like 20 bananas in a smoothie, or having mono meals of like 15 mangoes or like 20 kiwis. Like, I did this before. Actually, one of my flatmates when I was in college, she also was vegan, and she knew about this crazy banana diet, and she was like, yeah, have you heard of Banana Island? And I was like, oh my gosh, you know about Banana Island? She was like, yeah, I think I'm gonna try it out. This is one of those things, like, if you know, you know. But if you have no idea what I'm talking about, Banana Island is when you eat 30 bananas a day for like 30 days or something.
A trip to Banana Island, as dieters call it, is said to produce real results. Are you ready to go bananas for bananas? Or is this too much of a good thing?
I hate to say brainwashed, but I was sort of brainwashed at this time, and when I finally like awoke and realized how bananas this was, I kind of forgot about why I even did this in the first place. So today, that's why I'm gonna be eating the 10 banana smoothie that I used to eat every single morning for breakfast, and I'm gonna kind of reminisce on this time of my life. Fun. This is low-key a banana mukbang, but like I said, this isn't even crazy. It's only 10 bananas. First off, let's blend the bananas. This is 11 bananas. Let's go crazy and let's do 11 bananas. And this is like the perfect spottiness of a banana that I would always look for. So the crazy thing was, this is where it begins. I first started doing this senior year of high school. So every single week I would go to the grocery store with my mom, and I would put in the cart bunches of bananas, okay? And this carried on throughout when I was in college. I would go to the grocery store every like once or twice a week, and then I would pick up bunches of bananas, but I would get like at least 5 bunches of bananas because I would need time for them to ripen. I'd be doing this before going to class. I'd always feel guilty about my flatmates hearing the loud blending like early in the morning, but that was my life. Let's go ahead and peel these bananas, shall we? But these bananas are perfectly ripened. Even to this day, I remember that Freely's the one who taught me just exactly how to eat a good ripe banana. It makes it easier to digest, and it has a slightly sweeter flavor. So, okay, this video isn't about that. Let's just put the bananas in. My room is gonna smell like bananas now. So yeah, I would do this. I was lying awake thinking, why has nobody made like a mini documentary talking about this crazy time where everyone thought it was okay to eat 30 bananas a day? And by the way, this video isn't a hate video. I'm not trying to attack vegans, first of all, because a very, very small percentage of vegans actually follow this diet, but there was a time, like I said, where a lot of people would do this. This isn't a hate video towards bananas because love them, and honestly, I can't understand the health benefits to this diet. I still, to this day, believe that you can't have too many bananas. I'm not saying that this is unhealthy, I'm saying that it's kind of torturous. I'll get into it, but I wasn't very happy doing this. And this video isn't even a hate video towards Freely because obviously she seems very, very happy doing this. I believe she's still, I don't know, I haven't like caught up with her life, but I believe she's still very passionate about this 30 bananas a day thing. Like, she's the one who started the whole 30 bananas a day movement. She's like the head. This is like her thing. She's Freely the banana girl. Actually, I think she changed her name.
Bananas, I love them. They have changed my life so much that I've actually called myself the banana girl.
Alright, how many bananas is that? That's only freaking 5 bananas. That's 5 bananas. Weak sauce, right? I literally remember she'd be so encouraging, being like, you know, if you can't do 10 bananas a day, if that's too difficult for you, just start off with like a few bananas to like 5 bananas to like 7 and then 10, and you'll get there and you'll be great. And so I remember it being like this ultimate goal for me to raise the level of my banana intake, and I started off with 5 bananas, and I remember getting so full off of 5 bananas for breakfast in the morning, and then finally I leveled up to eating 10 bananas in the morning every single day. This was like my 10 banana shake every single morning for years. I mean, some mornings I would switch it up and have like half a watermelon. No biggie. And I wondered why I needed to pee so much. It was bonkers, literally bonkers. I guess what I'm trying to say is this video isn't a hate video to anyone else except myself. My 17-year-old insecure, impressionable self that thought that this diet would change my life, that thought that this diet was the answer to all of my problems, that this would help me to lean down, save the planet, save the animals, save the world. Essentially, I thought that eating this healthy would make me a better person. And honestly, I don't regret doing this, you know? I keep saying I'm gonna get into the story after I make the shake, so I think I should just freaking... Did I forget how to peel bananas? What is this? Another memory that I have is when I went to Korea right after I graduated high school. I was doing this banana thing, of course, and I was staying with my grandparents, and my grandma didn't have like a blender, so we had to like dig it through the cabinets, and we eventually found this really tiny blender. The max that it could fit was 3 bananas squished down. So I would go to the grocery store, walk back with like bags of bananas with my grandma. I would blend 3 bananas with water, blend another 3 bananas with water, and then blend another 3 bananas with water. Every single day I was in Korea, I would make sure that I stuck to this diet, and I'd be with family there, and I'd do my best to like not eat any meat or fish-based things, which a lot of Korean food has. So it was difficult in just social settings, but I remember I was so dedicated to drinking these banana smoothies every single morning, and my grandparents and my entire family in Korea probably thought I was insane, but my grandma was so supportive, so I'm very thankful for that. My mom, on the other hand, was so concerned. Whew, I should probably be interviewing my mom because she's the one that like witnessed this all. Hey mom, if you're watching this video. She was very, very skeptical of what I was doing, and she would cook me food and I'd be like, I can't eat it, I'm sorry, I'm vegan now. I guess in Korean culture, it's very big to show love through giving food and feeding your child. I guess not even Korean culture, just in general. The parent wants to take care of the child by feeding the child. And when my mom couldn't cook for me anymore and we barely talked in general, that just made it even harder for our relationship to be thriving, you know? There was this weird wall of like, you're vegan now, I don't get this, and I was like, I'm vegan now, you don't get this. And it was, I don't know. Oh, small problem. This is 8 bananas and the blender is getting so full already. 3 more bananas to go. Can we do this? I mean, 1 more does make 10. I was gonna try 11, but we'll see if this fits. I might just do 10 because I also need to add in the water and ice. Oh, this is so heavy. How is this going in my belly? A lot of times I kind of experiment. I'd add some plant-based milk or some dates or like stevia drops. If you know, you know, you know? Here goes. Ah, the smell. Banana peels. I was also convinced that I didn't need to brush my teeth on this diet, that I could just use banana peels and baking soda and do that. Oof, my teeth got so bad. Okie-dokie, artichoke. Right when I turned on the blender, the power went out. Like, you can't even see the raccoon anymore. I ended up blending it in the kitchen. I got the power back and the raccoon back. Doesn't look very appetizing, gotta be honest. This jar has so many memories. I actually lost the original jar that I used to use all the time. I don't know where it went, to be honest, but I went out to Michael's, I got the same 64-ounce jar. It's like the perfect size to fit this amount of banana water. Here I have this glorious, huge jar of banana smoothie. It's been so long since I've done a Krist taste test, but this used to be my life. Let me go for it. You know what? That's not as bad as it kind of smelled. I think I was slightly traumatized from the smell. You know what? Since I am so thirsty right now, this is pretty good. Maybe I still have it in me. Maybe I can chug this down. I thought this would be like super hard, but honestly with the straw, it's so much easier to suck down. Let me continue talking about my banana story. I'm gonna chug as much as I can first and then take a break and talk. I feel like I'm playing like an instrument, like taking a break. I'm already getting full. Oh, wait a second. It's getting a little difficult to breathe. Mind you, I have this much left. Uh-oh. So I was a senior in high school. I was starting to gain weight. I was starting to just binge on junk food and I wasn't feeling healthy, and that's when I stumbled across a ton of these raw vegan videos on YouTube. After binge watching all these YouTubers, after binge watching all these vegan documentaries, I was fully convinced that I needed to give this a try. So I went to the grocery store with my mom. I only shopped in the perimeters, mainly in the banana section and the fruit section, and I was so convinced that I was gonna live my life as a fruitarian. I thought I was a frugivore. Everything that I bought was either a fruit or a vegetable. I eat around 4 bananas for breakfast and they're really filling. I did 2 fruit art pieces in high school. By the way, I threw away like all of my high school artwork. I didn't want them to be seen by anyone. I know, that's how ashamed I was about my artwork. I did 2 art pieces that were like dedicated to the idea of just being obsessed with fruit. And in my statement of explaining the art piece to my art teacher, I talked about how one day I wanted to live as a frugivore and a fruitarian. I was pretty serious about this. What is that, like 4 bananas? Oh my goodness, how did I do that? So that's where it all started. When you're constantly consuming all this information about this one belief, you start to really believe that that is everything. I fully believe that this diet can change my life. Not fully the banana diet, but just being vegan. I need to stop talking about veganism. This is mainly about the bananas. Let's keep this about the bananas. Banana. The easiest breakfast to make was a smoothie, and specifically a banana smoothie because it was very simple, very affordable and convenient to just go to the grocery store and buy a ton of bananas. It's also a good way to get a lot of calories into a meal, and she was really big on making sure that you had an adamant amount of calories.
I want you to have a minimum of 25 bananas if you're a girl a day and 30 for men, because you need to get enough bananas in so you stay on track.
Eating abundantly, losing weight, having great skin and hair, saving the world. It just sounded way too good to be true. And so I was intrigued. Of course, a part of me was skeptical, but at the same time, it seemed like it was working for a lot of people, and there were so many people on the internet preaching that this was changing their lives. The way that this lifestyle was portrayed seemed like a dream come true. There was people just eating abundance of rainbow platters of fruits and raw food and just living their life by the ocean, and it just seems so natural and simple and minimalistic. It was all so enticing, which I now see that for me, whenever I'm so overwhelmed with life, I try to cope with that by following this minimalist lifestyle and simplifying everything till it's nothing. I would go to the grocery store every single week, buy my bunches of bananas, and I'm not even kidding you. Not kidding you. How many times the cashier at the grocery store would crack a joke and be like,
"You making banana bread? You making banana bread? You making banana bread?"
I would just be like, making banana bread. Because it was so taboo to see this young Asian girl just buying this many bananas for no reason. There's no way that this is the diet for everyone. So there I was, la-di-da-da, I'd be walking to school with this jar. I think I did that for a while until I realized how crazy and inconvenient that was. So what I would actually do was I drink half of this smoothie in the morning before walking to school. I'd chug it down and then I'd walk to school with the other 32 ounces of bananas and then drink that in my first period. But there were occasions where I didn't have time to finish the whole bananas before walking to school. So I would just bring this big old guy to class and then I'd leave it in my locker, and then at the end of the day it'd get all weird and brown all around. I'd just be sitting in class chugging my banana smoothie. And the smell of bananas aren't the most pleasant. I feel like bananas in general have this weird stigma, almost sort of an acquired taste. There's people that just genuinely hate bananas, which is crazy. Like, I genuinely like bananas. I am slightly triggered by them now, at least triggered by this many amount of bananas. The smell of bananas wasn't exactly pleasant, and more specifically, my breath stank. My breath stank so bad. This would happen a handful of times. People around me, or friends even, would be like, "Oh, what is that smell?" I clearly remember I was at church and one of my friends who I was sitting next to whispered to me and she was like, "Do you smell that? That smells like barf." And she was literally like gagging, being like, "Oh, that smells." And I absolutely knew that it was the banana smoothie that I had with me. And I remember she was like blaming the person sitting in front of us. And I was like, "Oh yeah, I don't know what that is. What could it be?" I remember being so embarrassed of that. Ever since, I tried not to bring my banana smoothies out. Even the aftertaste of the bananas that linger in your mouth afterwards. Fun times! Oh, here was another thing. I'm basically sitting here and complaining about this experience that I put on myself. At the time, I tried to convince myself that it was great. It was this whole mysterious thing called thermogenesis or whatever, where you could eat an extended amount of calories in carbohydrates and it'll all just flush out somehow. Like, there's an extent, I don't even know the science, but I just naively believed it all made sense somehow. Maybe it still does, but everyone would talk about the detox phase. Like, are you gaining weight in the first couple weeks, months, years of doing this? That's okay, that's normal. It's the detox phase.
Bananas don't make you fat. And I am proof of that. Again, you won't gain fat by eating bananas.
I was at my heaviest weight ever, so you tell me. I don't know. I mean, I did my best. Maybe I did some little thing wrong, which was a huge other thing that I am ranting about now, because whenever the diet wasn't working for anyone, everyone would pinpoint like one little thing I did wrong in the diet, and that's why it's not working. And also, different fruits digest differently in the stomach, so it's bad to eat bananas after watermelon because watermelon digests quicker, so I'd always have to like figure that out. Or citrus before grapes or whatever it was. I was that crazy. And of course, I need to eat fruits before cooked food, raw food before cooked food, and I'd be so anal about that. If you could imagine with me chugging down 64 ounces of bananas and water. Bananas are like 75% water. Chugging that down every single morning. Where do you think this comes out? I don't want to blame the bananas, okay? But I kind of am. I started to develop a major bladder problem after this experience. Just saying, but I never needed to pee so much in my entire lifetime. I still have this weird small bladder mindset where I feel like I need to pee all the time. Hello?
I love you. Mwah.
Sorry if this video is like all over the place. Good luck, future editing Krist. I believe in you. What was I talking about? My bladder? Girl, my bladder on this diet. Holding my pee tolerance is so low. Something happened. I don't know what it is, but definitely something happened. Between the time I started shutting down these every morning, there were so many times where I actually needed to hold in my pee. I remember driving back and forth from college back to home, and it'd be like an hour-long drive and I'd be holding my pee in. Oh, I remember drinking my banana smoothies back and forth. Every middle of the night, I'd wake up, pee. Every morning, wake up, pee. Before I go to school, pee again. Then I'm at school and I'm peeing before my period, asking a teacher to go pee in the middle of the period, and then going pee after the period, and then going pee before the period if there was a break, and then middle, after. Like, it was so bad. I thought it was acceptable because of how much I was drinking, but at the same time it was becoming such an inconvenience. There were so many times that I need to go pee so bad just because of how much I was intaking in water. Because on top of this, I was still drinking water, so a bladder can't be that big. I mean, I'm sure it expands. So that was it. That was the time in my life. Well, it wasn't only the peeing that ensued after this. The poop game was strong. I literally wrote, one of the pros of doing this was that poops were on fleek. The need to poo was immediate. That was a great benefit until I discovered coffee works just as well as a diuretic. The poos came out long, nice and together and fluffy.
So now I have bulky, fluffy, push-free poos.
Just saying, bananas are good. They're fibrous. I became like the mini banana girl. I wanted to decorate my room fruit themed. I had like 2 banana pillows. I had like a banana phone case, banana socks. People knew me at church for just eating a ton of bananas. There was like this week period before missions where I'd wake up at like 4 something in the morning and just chug down my banana smoothies. It was ludicrous. How many words synonymous for insanity can I use in this video? It was manic. I was mad. Nutty as a fruitcake. My mentor knew how much I liked bananas and got me this like banana body pillow. This is still so cute. It's very soft. Yeah. This is like a genuine like peeled banana body pillow. I love this. Is that even 5 bananas? I'm so full. And I used to combine this with dates. So yeah, I really looked up to Freely and what she would say in her videos, and I didn't always agree with her bullying other YouTubers for their diet choices. I even bought Freely's book, okay? So come for me, Freely, but I bought your ebook. I'm gonna die. I'm so full. I'm looking through the ebook right now. Endless energy, clear skin, fluffy fruity floaters, easily maintain healthy weight, fresh breath and body odor, vibrant personality. Oh, I became the most socially isolated during my banana drinking times. Disease resistant body. I'm pretty sure I still got sick. Top reasons you keep falling off the high carb, raw vegan lifestyle. You are not eating enough high calorie sweet fruits. You have the wrong focus. You don't have enough faith in this lifestyle. And honestly, if you happen to be watching this video following a high carb, low fat, raw vegan lifestyle, and it's working out for you and you feel great and abundant and thriving, then I'm not trying to say anything against that. I'm just passionate about this specifically because a lot of vegans came out about their experience on this like raw fruit vegan lifestyle and talked about how it didn't even work for them either. So yeah, I wasn't only vegan, I was like high carb, low fat vegan, which is a very specific, kind of stressful diet, not gonna lie. But yeah, I wasn't doing it for the right reasons. Saving the animals was like an added bonus that gave me purpose, but at the end of the day, going vegan was a selfish thing. Like I did it because I wanted to ultimately be healthy and happier. Which, I mean, that shouldn't be super selfish, but I wasn't doing it for the animals is what I'm trying to say. I was looking out after my own health and happiness so that I could do what I love to do and help other people in the most efficient way possible. But it wasn't doing that because of a ton of other reasons. I think the biggest downside to eating 10 bananas every single morning, I'm not even getting into the freaking shiz I ate sometimes right after this, or for lunch, or for dinner. But one thing is, I made sure that I would get down at least 1,000 calories per meal, and I made sure I had like 3 meals per day. So you do the math, 3,000 calories for a petite girl. Obviously I'm gonna gain the weight. The reality was every single morning I'd be bloated as fudge balls. Obviously, like I'm getting bloated just now. I'd be so bloated after drinking all this. I had a banana baby, and sometimes right after the fact I'd be eating like so much rice, so much pasta, so much carbs, and I was never fully satiated. I don't know. I feel bad for making this, honestly, because I know Freely had, not to say that I know Freely, but I'm sure her heart was in the right place in helping people, but at the same time, that doesn't always translate the best. And at the same time, one diet and lifestyle doesn't work for everyone. Imagine if everyone in the planet went vegan and just ate 30 bananas a day. Would bananas go extinct? I know they're already going extinct, and I don't have regrets, you know? Ugh. Guys, I can't even do it. I just want to end this video at this point. This is way too much. Yeah, I remembered like the first week of doing this, I checked my weight and I gained 10 pounds. And that was devastating for me to see because I went on this diet already at my heaviest weight. Because I was at my heaviest weight, I was insecure and I wanted to lose weight, but as soon as I go on it, I gained weight. So like for the first time in my life, I was being serious and strict about my health and trying to lose weight. Whatever I tried to do in my power, only the opposite effect was happening, and it just sucked a lot. It really, really affected my self-esteem, not only because of my appearance, but also just me thinking, man, I just fail at trying to do this. Like I felt like a failure, and I kept blaming myself because this diet wasn't working. But I don't know, it finally hit me, like maybe it's the diet that's just not working with my body. I used to feel like if I couldn't finish this, then I wasn't trying hard enough and that I was doing something wrong. And it was always like enforced in my head, like you have to make sure that you eat enough on this diet or else you're gonna be susceptible to other sugar cravings. Looking at this now, I'm like, shiz, how did I do this? I really don't know how I was able to chug this down in a matter of like an hour. I'm not even joking you. Uh-oh. Now I'm just grossed out by it and I don't want to finish this. And now I feel like I'm letting you guys down by not finishing this. I think if I legitimately tried finishing this right now, I'd just end up feeling so bad, and I can't believe that I forced myself to do that every single morning for at least 2 years. This might not even look like anything to anyone, but this is like huge. I used to down this easy. There's like that weird oxidized barf flavor. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna try finishing it for you guys. For the video, for Krist Soup, let's do this. Oh my gosh, I'm so over this. I literally cannot breathe. Okay, we have this much left. What is that, like half a banana? Let's do this for the team. You know what? There it is. I need to pee like right now. I need to pee all of a sudden. I totally fooled you guys because I couldn't really finish that, so I dumped it in here. Ugh. I'm sorry, I just couldn't. But look at how much I actually did drink, and I still feel so full. I was thinking, okay, maybe I could chug like the very last bit, but that was still so much more than I thought. How? Just looking at that makes me want to throw up. Christine, what was wrong with you? I don't even know if this video was interesting or what. I just needed to do this to experience what I used to go. I have a headache, like literally I have a headache. I think my brain and my body just don't know how to process bananas like I used to. Again, I really hope that this video didn't offend anyone. This isn't just a vegan thing. This is just one of the many vegan diets that I fell into that just really traumatized me, for lack of a better word. That was my experience. Don't even get me started on the potato diet.